Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of No Huddle with Zach Arndt. And today we're going to be taking a look at the Maryland Terrapins, head coach Mike Locksley, offensive coordinator Dan Enos, and defensive coordinator Brian Williams. We're going to give a little preview for the upcoming 2022 college football season. Maryland, led by superstar quarterback Taulia Tagovailoa, had a record-breaking season last year, threw for 3,800 yards, 26 touchdowns, and 11 interceptions. Left tackle Jalen Duncan. He was an all-conference honorable mention the last two seasons. They also have corner Deontay Banks returning. He's probably the top corner on Maryland. I would say that's pretty unanimous looking at the rest of their roster. They did lose some key players. Sam Okianoa, I probably said that wrong, but he started every single game in the last 2 years. 6 sacks and Big Ten honors in 2021. Nick Cross, free safety. 67 tackles and 3 sacks just a year ago. Chigoziem Okonkwo, Big Ten, all Big Ten last year. Looking at the 2022 recruiting class, they signed 4-star Jayshon Barnum, linebacker out of Baltimore, Maryland. 4-star wide receiver Shalik Knotts. 4-star running back Raymond Brown, along with 4-star athlete Octavian Smith Jr. Looking at the depth chart, wide receiver Dante Demas and Rakeem Jarrett. 2 outstanding receivers returning from a year ago. And Jacob Copeland's going to step in. Shalik Knotts, as I mentioned, the true freshman, I believe, is going to get a lot of playing time. Offensive line, they return left tackle Jalen Duncan, left guard Mason Lunsford, center Jahari Branch, and right tackle Spencer Anderson. They're going to have to break in someone new at right guard. I think that'll be Delmar Glaze or Emilio Morin. At tight end, Corey Dykes and CJ Dipper are going to be stepping in there. Quarterback Taulia Tagovailoa, the obvious starter. Then at running back, I might be wrong here, but Raymond Brown, the talk of the spring, talk over the summer, that he's going to be the presumed starter heading into this season. On defense, they return starters Ami Finau, Mosiah Nazuli Kite, and Greg Chena Rose. At linebacker, they return Ruben Hypolite, Terrence Butler, Fini Gote, and Darrell Chami are all going to have to step in and fit that starting role. Very experienced group. They have 2 senior linebackers, a junior, a couple seniors on the defensive line. In the secondary, Deontay Banks, as I already mentioned, probably their best overall defensive back. Tarheeb Still and Jacorian Bennett also in the secondary returning. Beau Braid, Dante Trader, Glendon Miller, and Isaiah Hazel also returning. As I mentioned, Taulia had a great season last year. He threw for 3,800 yards, 26 touchdowns, 11 interceptions. Maryland as a team, offensive efficiency was ranked 18th in the country. Explosive plays on offense was 44th. They were 65th in finishing drives. And they had a -6 turnover margin, which was good for 104th. Now this team can score some points, light up the stat sheet. They averaged 30 points per game. They also threw for over 300 a game, which was ranked 13th in the country. And they averaged 441 yards per game, which was good for 32nd. Defense, on the other hand, that's something that's going to need to get fixed. Mike Locksley is a great coach, great offensive mind. But if Maryland's going to win some games this year, it's going to be because of their defense, and it has to be because of their defense. Defense last year, they allowed 404 yards per game, which was 85th. And they allowed 31 points per game, which was ranked 98th in the country. Those stats were good for a 7-6 season, 3-6 in the Big Ten. They did win the Pinstripe Bowl against Virginia Tech in a blowout win, 54-10. Looking ahead to 2022, I have them starting the year off 2-0 with wins over Buffalo and a win at Charlotte. SMU comes to town. I think SMU is going to beat Maryland this year. At Michigan, and then Michigan State comes to town. Back-to-back losses, in my opinion, for Maryland right there. Bounce back win against Purdue and Indiana in the 2 following weeks. They play Northwestern. I also think that's going to be a win. At Wisconsin, I think that's going to be a very big mismatch in the trenches. I think Wisconsin is going to dominate that game, so a loss for Maryland. At Penn State, same type of deal. I think Penn State's going to have a huge bounce back season on the ground this season. Lost there. Ohio State, another loss. I think they'll beat Rutgers at the end to get them bowl eligible, and I think Maryland, head coach Mike Locksley, I think they're going to go bowling this year. with the potential to finish the season 7-6 in 2022. That's going to do it for today's video, guys. Make sure to leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and I hope you all have a great day. I'll catch you in the next one.